Hello everyone, welcome back again to Liverpool Report today. We've got the latest updates on our beloved club Liverpool, but before we dive in, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a moment of Liverpool Report news. Let's get started. Nothing will change Trent Alexander-Arnold's mind over his Real Madrid move, it has been claimed. The Liverpool star is out of contract in the summer, and the reigning Champions League holders remain confident of snapping him up on a free transfer. Madrid attempted to bring in the England international in January, after losing Dani Carvajal to a long-term injury. Liverpool were unwilling to play ball though, keeping Alexander-Arnold on board for the title run-in. The Premier League closer is a little over 2 months away, putting what appears to be a clear end date on the defender's Anfield career. According to Marca, the player's commitment to Madrid is confirmed after he knocked back Liverpool's latest contract offer. Alexander-Arnold is one of 3 senior stars out of contract in the summer. However, while questions remain when it comes to Virgil-van-Dijk and Mohamed Salah, the need for a new right-back appears to be more urgent. Conor Bradley has filled in ably when fit, but there have been questions over the youngster's injury record. Another new face may well be required, but there is a potential spanner in the works. With Bradley unlikely to be left as the only right-back option, a number of alternative names have been floated. Among them is Jeremiafrimpong, the Bayer Leverkusen star who impressed during the title win under Xabi Alonso last season. According to reports on the continent, via the Echo, Frimpong has a clause in his contract which would allow the Reds to sign him for a little under £34 million. The Dutch international was scouted by Liverpool as a youngster before joining Manchester City's academy and explained he almost joined the Reds. There were scouts there like Liverpool, Bolton, Man City, and a lot more. But I chose Liverpool first, Frimpong told Rising Ballers in January. I was going to sign for them, but back then, driving wasn't a thing, my family wasn't driving like that, and it was far. And obviously Man City was local, so I tried Man City next, and it made more sense. It was 15 minutes on the bus, so yeah. Liverpool have 9 league games left to protect their 12-point advantage in the league, but Alexander-Arnold looks unlikely to be available for all of them. He picked up an injury during the Reds' Champions League elimination at the hands of Paris Saint-Germain. Trent is not available, Liverpool manager Arneslot said ahead of the Carabao Cup final against Newcastle. He will not be there at the final, but he is still to be assessed. We do expect him back by the end of the season. Liverpool finished their campaign against Crystal Palace on May 25th, with no more responsibilities in other competitions. That is tipped to be Alexander-Arnold's final game for the club, but it remains to be seen how much sooner he will be able to return. Alexander-Arnold has received a mixed reception from fans. Many naturally want him to stay, but there are some who wouldn't begrudge him a move to the Bernabeu, and a number of former Red stars have empathised. I'm a Liverpool lad. I want him to stay. I want him to win everything with Liverpool. But if he was to go, I genuinely wouldn't have any complaints because he's given everything to Liverpool, club legend Robbie Fowler told TalkSport. I can see if he does go, his conversation with everyone, I just want a new challenge. And I've honestly got no qualms with that at all. It would disappoint me, and it would disappoint every single Liverpool fan, but I think deep down they'd appreciate what he's done for Liverpool. But look, he's not gone yet, so there's a little bit of a glimmer of hope there that he could stay, and as much as Real Madrid will be calling for him as a player, he's still a Liverpool player. The defender wouldn't be the first to make such a move. Fowler's former Anfield teammate Steve McManaman made the switch back in 1999. Would I encourage it? I had the most wonderful time, McManaman said on TNT Sports in November. Do Real Madrid want him? I think every club in the world would want him, someone of his caliber on a free. I think that goes without saying, but he might want to stay here, his family are here, or he might think, you know what, I've been here 20 years as a man and a boy, I'll try somewhere new. Because once he stays, if he does stay, and sign a 5-year, 6-year deal here, he's here for the future, isn't he? He's here for life. Real Madrid are said to remain extremely confident over a deal. Alexander-Arnold would be joining his good friend and England teammate Jude Bellingham in Spain, while helping fill a problem position for Carlo Ancelotti's side. There have been other names mentioned though. One of those is Manchester City star Manuel Akanji, though Marca suggests the 29-year-old is unlikely to make the move. At 26, Alexander-Arnold is considered to better fit the profile for what Madrid want to do in the coming years, namely bringing in stars who can contribute for a long period. It's something they have already done with Bellingham, while Eduardo Camavinga and Aurelien Tchouameni are both expected to be in for the long haul. Unless Real Madrid's confidence is misplaced, Alexander-Arnold has fewer than 10 games remaining in Liverpool red. The challenge now is simple: to finish the season as a Premier League winner. Alan Shearer has urged Liverpool to replace Darwin Nunez with Ipswich forward Liam Delap, warning the Reds there will be big clubs after him. Liverpool are set for a big summer window in the transfer market as they prepare for the likely exits of Mohamed Salah. Trent Alexander-Arnold and Virgil van Dijk. Nunez has also been linked with an exit after struggling to nail down a regular place in Arne Slot's team this season, with the Uruguayan starting just 8 Premier League games, being forced to make an impact off the bench a further 15 times. The 25-year-old has since been talked about as a possible target for Saudi Arabian clubs after reports that Cristiano Ronaldo's Al Nassr were chasing him and Slot could now be preparing for his exit. Shearer believes Delap could be a viable option for the Reds after watching him impress for the Tractor Boys with 10 goals for the relegation battlers, who look likely to be playing in the Championship next season. Liverpool are going to need a centre-forward, Shearer said on the Rest is Football podcast. They might try and move Nunez on and bring someone else into that position. There will be big football clubs after Delap, I'm sure of that. Delap, the son of ex-Stoke City star Rory, started his career at Manchester City and has enjoyed a superb breakthrough season in the Premier League. Last season, he was on loan with Hull City in the Championship and netted 8 times in 32 appearances before Ipswich splashed out £20 million on him, tying him down to a 5-year deal. It's believed Delap would set clubs back around £40 million should they make a move for him this summer, with reports that Manchester United and Chelsea are monitoring his situation. Shearer debated Delap's exciting future with host Gary Lineker on the podcast, as they both agreed he could be one of the strikers to replace Harry Kane as England's chief goal-scoring hope one day. Lineker said the England under-21s played tonight, Friday. It sounds like an amazing game. They lost 5-3 to France, who've obviously got great youngsters as well. Liam Delap did score one of the goals. I like him. I think he's, Harry's still going strong at the moment, but I think it was probably a deliberate ploy from Tuchel not to put him in the squad. Shearer added, I think Liam Delap will be one that we'll see in the squad. It'll be different between now and 18 months' time. I think, without a doubt, he'll be one that if he stays away from injury and if his career keeps going on the way that he's going at the minute, he's in a really struggling side at Ipswich, but he's one of the standouts in their team. I think he'll be one. Without a doubt, for the future, I'm confident in saying that. A whole host of familiar faces descended on Anfield for a charity match pitting a team of Liverpool legends against Chelsea, including Bjorn Tore Kvarme, the agent of Arsenal captain Martin Odegaard. The match in question, which is the latest in a long line of charity matches the Reds have been involved with in recent years, finished 2-0 to the home team. Former England striker Peter Crouch bagged a brace and delighted the locals by digging out his iconic robot celebration in front of the Kop Kvarme was among those in attendance, but in this instance, Arsenal fans have nothing to be concerned about. The 52-year-old spent 2 years with the Reds in the late 1990s before hanging up his boots and becoming an agent. He was named among the substitutes for the game, which was put on to raise money for the LFC Foundation. Kvarme is part of the Nordic Sky Agency, who represent Odegaard. The Gunners captain is among a cluster of high-profile Norwegian players represented by Kvarme, according to the agency's website. He was also part of the squad of legends who represented Liverpool last year against Ajax, in a match where the late Sven-Goran Eriksson was afforded the chance to live out a boyhood dream by managing his beloved Reds during his brave battle with cancer. Crouch's double was enough to secure a memorable win for some of the Liverpool greats of years gone by. A star-studded team took to the field, including likes of Steven Gerrard, Sami Hyypiä and Jerzy Dudek. It was a historic afternoon at Anfield, with Natasha Dowie becoming the first female player to represent Liverpool in a Legends football match after she was brought on as a substitute for Mohamed Sissoko towards the end of the first half. The Reds were managed by Kop royalty in the form of Kenny Dalglish. Sander Westerveld, a former teammate or current Liverpool boss Arneslot, also featured in goal after Dudek picked up an injury midway through the first half.